Boom. Alright, what's up you guys? It's Roy, it's Jacob. Welcome back to the channel. In this video, we are going to be talking about the recently announced and very exciting partnership between Samsung and Decentraland. You guys, this partnership is not only huge news for Decentraland themselves, but for the entirety of the Metaverse subsector of the crypto markets. As I'm sure all of you are aware by now, this news has made some beautiful waves when it comes to price action amongst players like Mana and Sand, and this is especially gratifying to see. It's especially nice to see considering the rest of the cryptocurrency market is struggling right now. There's a lot of red across the board, so it's really nice to see a splash of green, especially when they are some of our favorite plays in the market that we've been spending so much time talking about here on the channel. All right, so after we read over the article covering the big news by the block titled Samsung enters the Metaverse, opening its flagship 837 store in Decentraland, we are going to jump into the charts and talk Mana and Sand, focusing more so on the short to medium term time frames. I pretty much just want to let you guys know, once again, in the short term, what are some signals I want to see, what are some trend lines that I want to see broken in order for me to flip bullish. But I will say right now, the volume is looking freaking incredible, and we'll talk more about that as we dive into the charts at the end of the video. All right, as always, if you guys do go on to gain value from this, if you're excited that players like Mana and Sand are looking good again in the sea of red, please give the video a like. Let me know in the comments down below if you're holding a bag of Mana and Sand right now. Which of these two are you personally more bullish on? And of course, if you want to know how I'm trading these two along with literally every other position in my entire personal portfolio, along with the daily newsletter, that's going to be the first link down below. That's going to be $15 a month or 40 bones for every 3 months. Do my best to make that worth your guys' hard-earned money, so it means a lot of you guys check it out. But if not, as always, I appreciate your eyeballs watching right now. It really does mean a lot. Okay, so let's read through this, and again, we'll dive into the charts, hop into CoinMarketCap to take a look at 24-hour, 7-day price action if we feel it's necessary. Probably should do that, so we will do that. Okay, anyway, again, the block. Let's read through this. Keep it quick. As always, you guys, I do encourage you to go on and do more research in this. Obviously, if you are personally invested in Decentraland or considering it. So, quick take. Samsung has partnered with Decentraland to open its flagship 837 store in the Metaverse. The virtual Samsung 837X store will be open in Decentraland for a limited time. Samsung Electronics America has entered the Metaverse world in collaboration with Decentraland. That sentence in itself is so freaking bullish, you guys. That's so cool to read. An Ethereum-based virtual reality platform, the electronics giant has opened a virtual version of its flagship 837 physical store in Decentraland. The physical store is located at 837 Washington Street in New York City's Meatpacking District, Manhattan. The virtual store, dubbed Samsung 837X, will be open in Decentraland for a limited time. Quote, "This is one of the largest brand land takeovers in the history of Decentraland," Samsung said in a statement shared with the block on Thursday. So again, you guys go read more on this if you have the desire to. But again, reading through this, you guys, this is inarguably bullish news. No one can look at this and see Samsung, one of the biggest and most powerful companies, especially in the tech world, collaborating with Decentraland, which is obviously a decentralized metaverse. This is insane, you guys. And again, this is such a good sign of where things are heading in the macro. This reinforces the opinion that I've been sharing with you guys for the past couple of months now, ever since we started talking about Mana, that the metaverse trend, this is the trend of 2022, and it's pretty rare that trends like this come around. I feel like this is an easy call, and again, you guys, I could always be wrong, but considering this is the game we play in, we're in the game of trend spotting, and been successful in this game a few times before. This one seems like an easy spot, and it's such an and again, this is nothing new, you guys, but it's just it seems so obvious. So let's hope. As things have, the things that have seemed obvious over the past year have been coming to fruition. Let's hope it's more the same, and let's hope the metaverse trend really does continue to dominate 2022. And that Mana and Sand, players like these, even Render, continue to outperform the rest of the market, okay? I want to say this right now before we talk charts. You guys, once US dollars are invested into the crypto markets, it's pretty rare, or I shouldn't say pretty rare, but for the most part, once you're in the crypto markets, once those US dollars are in crypto, it's pretty likely that they're going to stay within the crypto markets, okay? Even if it's USDC or something. So I would like to see, and again, you guys, this falls back on, there's always a bull market somewhere, that classic cliche, but it's a cliche for a reason. There's always always a bull market somewhere. And even if players like Bitcoin, Ethereum, the top dogs start to slow down a little bit, that capital is going to want to find a home in more promising subsectors of the crypto market. And you guys obviously know, after that whole little rant, that I think is going to be the metaverse. So I do think Mana, Sand, Render can thrive in an environment even where other cryptos may not be doing so well. Not terribly, but maybe sideways. I do think capital will flow into these because they are just, again, you guys, this is the trend. This is it. And a lot of capital is going to want to take part in this trend. Okay, so let's talk Mana. Again, we'll stick to short-term price action. Just to kick it off, you guys, let's take a look at Mana and Sand on the charts. So Decentraland currently number 30 on CoinMarketCap 333. It's nice, satisfying. Up 14% in the last 24 hours, up 1.71% in the past 7 days at the time of recording, of course. When you take a look at Bitcoin, Ether, again, Ether 24 hours down 4%, 8% in the past 7 days. Bitcoin the same in the past week. So the rest of the market, again, I don't need to be telling you guys this. You all know this has been getting absolutely smoked lately. So that is once again why it feels especially, it's just nice to see two plays that, as you guys know, I'm heavily invested in both Decentraland and Sandbox, really keeping the portfolio floating right now in this market of carnage, okay? So number 30 with a market cap of almost exactly $6 billion. And then Sandbox, number 37, $5.15 with a market cap of 4.7 bill. Okay. So again, you guys, they're making their way up. They have seen a correction, obviously, with the rest of the market over the past month. But I remain bullish. Again, when there isn't much rationale in the markets, I've been saying this in the newsletter as well, when there isn't much rationale in the markets present, that's when it's especially important to remind yourself of the fundamentals, remind yourself of why you were interested and engaged in this project in the first place. And again, you guys, articles like this, like announcements like this, you don't need to remind yourself. You just need to be looking at the news. And hopefully these videos, and if you didn't know about this, let me know in the comments down below as well, because this is amazing news. Again, inarguably bullish news. Let's talk about Mana and Sand. Again, once again, going to be focusing on shorter term price action. You guys know we're going to be pumping out these videos. So again, if you're not subscribed to the channel, what are you doing? Subscribe, join the Waves fam. But again, we'll take this kind of day by day, especially considering the market environment is so volatile right now. I'm not going to try to make any confident medium to longer term predictions just yet. But short term, what I want to see for Mana is very simple. We did with this huge volume spike. Again, you guys, this is what I really like to see, and this is what makes me very bullish, is the volume that we're seeing here, especially compared to the volume we've seen. So obviously the volume here still isn't matching the volume that we saw back at the end of October, the Halloween rally that really kicked off Mana's claim to fame and Decentraland's, just everything that's been happening over the past couple of months. That feels like forever ago. But again, you guys, I like to see volume coming back after a lot of sideways price action. That's very bullish. Big old buy candles, a lot of volume, waves flowing in. And I do really want to see, although this ascending channel has been broken back into, you can see here a couple of 4-hour candles, even the one we're currently on that we just kicked off, did kick in above this trend line. And if we close, you can see here we got 3 hours 35 minutes left here. If in the next few hours, maybe by the time you guys just see this, if we can close in the next few hours above $3.50 just to play it safe, that would constitute a successful break back into this ascending channel. So very short term, you guys. And as always, you guys, go into your trading view charts. If I can draw these stick figures, you definitely can. So just draw these trend lines on your chart. There are a lot of traders keeping an eye on these exact trend lines. So just keep an eye on these, you guys. And over time, over the next couple of days even, if we can close a 4-hour, preferably a daily candle above this line of resistance that was previous support on this ascending channel, that would constitute, once again, a successful break back into this ascending channel. And once we successfully break back into this channel, that would mean, it only makes sense to me, that we start making our way up to test the top side of this ascending channel. This is optimistic, but hey, I'm an optimistic guy when it comes to great assets and promising things like Mana that are announcing partnerships with freaking Samsung like they just did. This is optimistic, but hey, at the same time, I wouldn't be surprised. It's currently January 6th, just about a week from now, January 12th, 6 days from now. In the case that we do start ripping, in the case that the crypto market makes a comeback, Mana is leading the crypto market in some impressive price action. We do reclaim this ascending channel. Next 6 days, just where the target happens to be drawn. But again, you guys, it's always dependent. Price targets are always dependent upon when trend lines are stricken. So again, 6 days from now, January 12th, that would take us up to $4.83. Let's hope we see it. Again, this is optimistic, but it's hard to not be optimistic when you're seeing partnerships like this go down. Okay, so that's Mana. Let's close it out with Sand real quick. Keep in mind, you guys, Especially following this news with Mana, and you guys know as well if you've been just staying tuned to these videos. Personally, I'm more bullish on Mana as opposed to Sand. It's just kind of, even though Sandbox, I'm very bullish on Sandbox as well. Sandbox has a lot of great fundamentals going for it, but Mana is, the liquidity is there. It's available on Coinbase. It's easier for most retail investors to trade, and again, with a $6 billion market cap in Sandbox at what, $4.7 billion, liquidity is very important, and the retail investor reach is very important as well. Okay, so Mana is still my faster horse in the race, in my personal opinion. I do think both of them can reach $10, but again, the jump for Mana is going to be more impressive to $10 than Sandbox. So I do still think they can both see it, but keep in mind, this one's going to be a lot quicker, but keep in mind the price action of Mana is probably just going to reflect on Sand to maybe a slightly lesser extent, because again, I do think Mana has the momentum behind it right now. So just whatever analysis I just gave on Mana, whatever Mana is doing, Sandbox is probably going to mirror that to some extent. But for Sandbox, from a technical perspective, I do like to see this, and you could say this is actually a massive bull flag as well. I did draw that, it didn't sync for some reason. We're kind of seeing a massive bull flag playing out for Sandbox. It's a very extended bull flag, but kind of a descending triangle, which is obviously the flag part of the bull flag. Bull flag, you guys know, my favorite trading technical pattern in the game. Parabolic move up followed by a descending triangle. Right now we are in a very evident descending triangle, so maybe Sandbox goes sideways for a little bit. From a resistance perspective, a lot of traders are going to be looking at this right here, I guess, but I do feel like this is a little more conservative. I do think Sandbox in the short term, we are trading in this range, this yellow line and orange line you can see here. Very solid range that Sandbox has been trading it. So very short term, I do want to see Sandbox above at least like 535, a closure, again, a 4-hour closure above 535 to break out of this sideways range. Then I do think we could see a very, very quick pop up here to test overall resistance. Again, this is conservative resistance around here at about $5.60. Move it up to what a lot of traders are going to be looking at if momentum really does pick up. I mean, this is the most optimistic. You guys know I don't like using single candles, like the wick on single candles, but again, traders are going to be looking at this. This likely will come into play if we do start seeing some real upside. So say we do test the line of resistance on this downtrend. Let's just go January 12th here. That would take Sandbox up to about $6.12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so $6.12 January 12th for Sand. That would equate to, let's take a look at this just because I'm curious. That would equate to, from current levels, about 20% of upside, okay? So maybe 20% of upside over the next week or so. Again, there is still a lot of fear. There is uncertainty in the market surrounding the race hikes. And again, I've been saying this in the newsletter as well, you guys. I don't think it's necessarily the news of the rate hikes and the consistency of these rate hikes, but of what a lot of investors and what just your average Joe is thinking the reaction to these rate hikes will be. So it's kind of like you're playing the psychology of the game. And although I personally thought these rate hikes would have been priced in, that's obviously not the case. And there's still a lot of residual fear and uncertainty in the market. So once that dust settles, I think it's back off to the races. I will be recording a video tomorrow talking about why growth stocks, why hyper growth stocks and growth sectors in the equity markets have been just getting so absolutely smoked lately. Got a great article I want to read to you guys tomorrow for that. So we will be covering some growth stocks. We will be talking about just that psychology that I was just kind of mentioning. That does obviously growth stocks are very, very closely correlated to growth sectors within the crypto market, and risk on sectors in the equity markets hold a lot of parallels to the crypto market overall, because it's the greatest risk on market of all time. Okay, so look forward to that, you guys. I will see you tomorrow. Again, let me know in the comments down below if you're excited about what the future of Decentraland and Sandbox holds. If not just for price action, guys, again, maybe this takes some time, but if you are fundamentally bullish on Mana or Sand, just let me know in the comments down below. Give the video a like. Again, it really means a lot, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow. So until then, again, see you downstairs in the comments. Take action. Make waves. Peace.